Hey, what's going on, guys? It's 56 degrees right now. It's not too cold. I'm wearing my compression shirt, Under Armour compression, so I'm pretty warm. Well, what's going on, you guys? So yeah, it's mid-November. It's not, you know, brutally cold or anything. Like, my chest is really warm, my legs are really warm, my hands are pretty good. So people have been asking me, you know, when do you start riding? When is it too cold, or what point of year do you stop riding? And pretty much, I start riding once it's under 45 degrees. You know, 45 is kind of like the cutoff, and like when it's snowing and all that. Other than that, I'll keep on riding. This past winter, I went like 3 months without riding, and there was like so much salt on the ground. Didn't want to mess up my bike. And I really don't have the time and energy to keep wiping down my bike every time I take it out. So I just don't ride. But we'll see how that goes this year. Maybe I'll just ride on like really clean streets. Make an effort to do that. Okay, you are right through the stop sign. Why would you stop at a stop sign? Oh no, I went the wrong way. I was supposed to go straight. I'm so used to going this way when I go to my friend's house. I'll just make a U-turn. But yeah, it's raining. It's like drizzling right now. I just couldn't wait to get on my bike. Just chilling, rolling through Mount Vernon right here. South Mount Vernon. Well, I think I'm in North now. I passed the train tracks. But yeah, if you want to keep up with me, you know, links are in the description of my Instagram, Twitter, Strava route, all in the description. Just in case you're curious as to where do I ride and all that stuff, it's all right there. Hopefully the GoPro doesn't get ruined. That would suck. That's great. My backlight was off the whole time, of course. I just replaced the batteries on my lights, and they're pretty bright. But they were like cheap batteries off of Amazon, like $1 per battery. I'm just convinced these kind of batteries are cheap. We're in Fleetwood now. All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna ride up to Bronxville, just get a little cycling for the day. So yeah, when you're riding in the rain, you just gotta take it easy. You know, ride a little slower, give yourself a little more room. You need more distance to stop. Make sure you have some shades on, you know, the kind of transitions. You gotta protect your eyes from the dirty road. Behind this dirty truck, some dirt could spin up on your face and get in your eyes. Just chilling here, going downhill, 20 miles an hour. These holes are something else. Do you guys ever feel inspired by my videos? Yeah, people say they're inspired, I don't know. I don't know. I guess it's cool for people to see my videos. Oh, look at this. Jesus Christ. Where the fuck this woman going? Beastin'. You get in front of her before she kills everyone. Don't be inspired by bad driving. Got a flat tire like over there the other day. Nice car, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh man, he got some paint scratched up right there though. For those of you who do not know my infatuation with Teslas, I love them. I hope to own one day. Did he say it was brand new and he got damage on it already? Damn, that sucks. So the next thing I wanted to talk about was gentrification. You know, some people hate it, some people say it is what it is. I think it is what it is. I think people are just looking at poor neighborhoods as investment opportunities and trying to get the best bang for their buck. Sounds like the American dream to me. But I do understand many poor people, I don't know what the word is. I mean, if you don't have enough money for the rent increase, you know, I don't know. Oh shit, I almost ran over that dog. I don't even know, what was I talking about? Messed up my whole monologue. Right, gentrification. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, if you can't afford the rent, you know, obviously it sucks. You know, there are programs out there like affordable housing and all that. Only way to really get in is on a lottery, via lottery, and you gotta apply, and maybe there's a couple thousand apartments for 50,000 applicants. Obviously, a lot of people will be eliminated, criminal history and all that stuff. Some people don't make enough to get the apartment, some people make too little to get the apartment, but it's rough out there in New York City. Well, I don't know, out there, because I'm not in New York City right now, I'm in Bronxville, or it's rough out here, because by the time I upload it, I'll be back in New York City. You know, if your property value is more, that's more property tax money going to our government. I guess places like Starbucks get to open in these nice neighborhoods. Like, let's be real. Starbucks won't open in a poor neighborhood because people aren't gonna have $5 a day to spend on Java Trip Frappuccinos. You know, I get that sometimes, but for $5.43 or whatever it costs after tax, it's kind of pricey. You can't set up a Starbucks shop where people are not buying in Starbucks or whatever else they're setting up. You look at Harlem. I was born and raised there, moved out of Harlem back in 05, 2015 now. Harlem still looks the same in a way, but it looks different. It's like when you update your computer, update your phone, it's like the same thing, has the same functionalities, but it looks different. And then you have to wait for a lot of updates before it comes like a whole different product. And I think Harlem is going in that direction to be like a whole different product. And unfortunately, the poor people are getting forced out. But you know, for me to say I'm against gentrification, people would say it's mostly white people taking over, which in a way is true. I ain't gonna lie. You know, I don't look at it as a black-white problem. I look at it as like a poor-rich problem. There are rich black people who are taking full advantage of this gentrification and all that, and no one cares if they do it, but when white people do it, it's bad. You know, it's a bad thing. What about all the black people that become successful and move into predominantly white neighborhoods? When white people don't want them there, it's called racist. But when black people don't want white people in their neighborhoods, you know, it's not called racist. It's just, you know, I don't know what it's called, but it's not called racist. But there are white people who aren't buying property in Harlem or wherever in New York City. There are white people buying, or not buying, or renting, just renting in these quote unquote poor neighborhoods. Smell of fire. Something's burning out here. I don't know, man. Kind of sketchy. Yeah, you got some white people who are just renting. They just want to be renters, so they're not really buying any land or property or anything like that. They just want to live there. But you know, I don't really know what to say about this whole gentrification thing. I understand where people are coming from. Property values are going up. This is gonna be slippery as hell. People say now there's a greater police presence, which is probably true. You know, I've always remembered cops being on 125th. I mean, I know they're there now for sure, but I've always remembered cops, undercover cops, busting those bootleg CD guys and all that stuff. Seeing cops, that's not a new thing on 125th. That's not a new thing to me, at least. And look, it stopped raining. But let me know your thoughts about gentrification. You know, it's like, I don't know. You know, because then, again, you know, a neighborhood can't stay the same forever. Like Harlem back in the 80s when my parents were living there, and when they first moved to Harlem, or at least, you know, were in the Harlem area back then, it was all broken down. So many abandoned buildings or abandoned lots. You got a lot of drug spots and all that. And who wants to live in that kind of environment? You know, the 90s came and things got cleaned up, and then the mid 2000s came. You know, right before I moved from Harlem, a condo was built right across the street from me. And you know, that was like weird, but that was the direction we were going in. I would love to live in a nice neighborhood when I get older. Hopefully I have some money and live in a decent neighborhood, but there's no way people could just live in the same environment. You can't live somewhere for 30, 40 years and it'd be the same exact thing. So that's my 2 cents on gentrification. Leave any comments, questions, hate mail. See y'all later.